hosts Isaac Simpson and Maria Perry. I'd like to welcome you to this episode of Short on Shorts. Our special guest reviewer this week is Kim Adelman, author of Making It Big in Shorts, the ultimate filmmaker's guide to short films. And today we're reviewing A Reasonable Request, directed by Andrew Laurich. Make sure to check it out before watching our review at the link in the description below. Enjoy the movie and our review.
Our first film is Kevin's pick. It is A Reasonable Request, directed by Andrew Laurich and written by Andrew Laurich and Gabriel Miller. It's starring John Ennis and Stephen Ellis. It won the Best Comedy for 2015 in the Holly Shorts Film Festival and was nominated for the Grand Jury Prize at Sundance for short films, which is a huge deal. I'm just going to lead right into this. This is a highly inappropriate dark comedy, so close your ears if you're easily offended. It's about a man who's offered $2 million to fillet his own father. That's right, you heard that correctly. The action takes place in a booth as the two figure out what to do. So, Kevin, tell us why you chose this.
I chose it for a bunch of reasons. I chose it because I haven't seen this movie made yet, and we all know this game, right? We all know the what would you do for $1 million game, right? I chose it because of the sort of hullabaloo around it since it released itself online before doing the whole festival thing, which is, you know, something that a lot of, I know, short filmmakers are always worried about because, oh my God, if I'm online, am I not going to be eligible for Sundance or South by or Tribeca or whatever? And this film, by the way, was at Sundance and is going to be at South by. And, you know, it's just a quirky, fun, you know, it's very quick, you know, exploration of this thing that we all know about.
Yeah, I think what is really great about short films, and I'm sure you can either tell me I'm wrong or right, is that they allow to explore certain little things that you cannot explore in larger films.
True.
And the ultimate, what would you do for $1 million game, is really not something you can make a total feature film about. Whereas you can make this really funny, really well-made little short about it. So I just felt it was a perfect use of the format.
Right.
And, you know, we've all, you're absolutely right. We all think, what's the ultimately worst thing? Right. Give my own father a blowjob.
Is that
is
your
like
worst
about as bad as it gets. And this is like that, like what happens. And it's funny, so it's not like intense, you know?
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing for me is I have seen the feature film version of this. Oh, There's a movie called Cheap Thrills, and it's a guy who meets up with these two friends who have just reunited after a bunch of years apart, and basically offers them a lot of money to do terrible things to each other. And it just escalates for like 2 hours. And you're like, this is the worst it can get. No, it's not. And I think I really appreciate the short film version much better because it has an ending built into it. You know where it's going, and you don't have to sit here going, can I keep watching this? Like, I'm not sure.
Right.
Cheap Thrills is a hard one to watch, whereas this is fun and it's easy, and I appreciate that, while it's still exploring the same idea, you know?
And what if is always a nice thing for a short film. What
Right.
if this would happen? And this is certainly something we haven't seen before in a what if situation.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, I you know, I know it's my choice. I don't think it's a perfect film by any stretch of the imagination, by the way. I liked it for the reasons that I liked it, but you know my big thing is always story. And I felt like they sort of blew through some of the transitions way too fast. I know it's a short film. I know they wanted to get to the end. But I mean, your son just asked you to blow him. You know?
Oh no, he asked if he could blow you. There's a difference.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. He asked if he could blow you, right? That is like this cataclysmic moment in your life. I mean, how do you deal with that? There's no fast reaction to that, right? Yeah. There's no fast reaction to the fact that your dad not only says yes, but wants you to bargain, right, for more money, right? There's no fast reaction to, hey, I'll blow you too, right? I mean, these are all enormous things that take, I mean, at least me, I would think that you would just need a moment to process it. And I felt like at times they blew through those moments.
Well, see, I always appreciate that because in short films, I think you just got to go, and you got to top yourself and top yourself and top yourself. So in that sense, I liked it because...
Right. I know. I'm the emotional realist, right? So I was always going to have a problem with that aspect of this film from the beginning.
And yet it's your pick.
I know, but because it is still a good film. It's still a really good film for all the reasons that I stated. And I really like Stephen Ellis. I mean, I recognized him from Delivery Man. So I enjoy him. So.
My only issue with the film is I don't like films that are set in restaurants. There's so many short films that are set in restaurants because you're just two people. Like visually, it's not so exciting. So what, is this an issue for one of you or something like that?
Oh yeah, every episode almost, I bring up, it's two white guys sitting alone in a room.
Right.
But this is a restaurant, not a room.
Oh,
but
they aren't alone, but no.
But yeah, it could have been a little more dynamic if they weren't sitting in a restaurant. But it was a natural place for these two people to reunite because they don't see each other all the time. So you can justify it that way.
And I think also it's just, doing it in a place like a restaurant, there's built-in production design.
Yes.
Right? And of course, almost every short film has to worry about budget. So I'd rather go to a place where the production design is already there rather than have to worry about building that in. And in a lot of other locations they could have chosen, it would have become another line item in the budget, right?
I'll give you that. Yeah.
All right, well, if you are interested in incestual thought experiment films, highly recommend you check out this movie in the link. Very well made, and I just loved the humor. I thought it was perfectly toned, so check it out.